What is up, party people? Happy Thursday. This is the Colorado Chronicles, where I walk through some of the latest, the greatest, the hottest, the sexiest news to be hitting the Colorado market. Yeah, how many minutes late? 4 minutes late. My regular camera, for some reason, said battery exhausted, even though it was charging, but the show must go on. So shout out to my DJI Osmo for jumping in and getting it done. Happy Thursday. As you guys are jumping on, say what's up, say where you guys are watching from. This is meant to be interactive. This is meant to be communicative, where we chat it up and get some banter going on these things going on in our crazy Denver area. We have some fun stuff talking about rents, because rents have been, for the first time in since recorded history, been going down. The last time that we saw drops like this in the past quarter, we're back in like 2001 with the dot-com pop, and then 2008 with the housing crisis. But this is not due to the economy. Other factors are causing this. I'm going to get into that. As you guys are jumping on, throw any questions in. As you guys coming on, throw in the chat where you guys are watching from. And if you haven't yet, which you haven't, nobody's said congratulations to me for my tremendous victory in the national championship game. Go Ohio State Buckeyes. Represent. What else we got here? We have a couple of different international airlines that have been flying out of Denver market. We have a new big boy flight that is coming to the area, taking you out to Munich. And then we have an in-city urban skiing rail yard over in Ruby Hill. This is my old stomping grounds. Ruby Hill over in Harvey Park is where I bought my first home, my first Murphy Manor. And that Ruby Hill Park has been getting all kinds of things going on over there. They have Levitt Pavilion. They have a rail park. It's been great for just sled riding in the past and chilling. I'm wondering if any of my viewers know what was the original. Why is Ruby Hill there? I'd be surprised if you do know this, and it will probably surprise you. I'll tell you what Ruby Hill used to be back when Denver was just becoming a city. It was it's kind of wild that's what people are hanging out and laying in the grass on. Then we're going to be talking about also in Southwest Denver. If you're not riding the rails over there, you are leaving dead bodies in your car. We're going to talk about the homeowner of Southwest Denver that is being charged for having a dead corpse in his hearse for over a year, and then also all kinds of human remains in his rental. Holy crap, hate to be that landlord. That's disgusting. Because the landlord's gonna have to clean that up, right? They'll take the urns, they'll take the body and stuff, they'll take the evidence, but you have to go in there and like clean that up and then give it to try to get somebody else in there. Tough time. It's tough time for renters. That might be the theme of the week this week. And then I'm gonna talk about Denver's first. This is the first ever I've heard. They have like hookah lounges, right? You heard of a hookah lounge? You've heard of a regular bar. Well, this is Denver's first cannabis club. I want to get you guys' thoughts and feelings on this. I'm interested. I'm interested. This is one of those things where I'm really interested to see the people that are going to be going to this. So we're going to be talking about that too. But first, let's jump in and talk about a little bit of the rental market in Denver. So Denver Metro apartment rents plunge in the fourth quarter as a blizzard of new units descend on the market. So the vacancy rates have gone sky high, breaking records, and it's not due to the economy. It's not due to unemployment. What it is due is to the 20,000 new units that were built in Denver in 2024. So that is crazy. There are still a lot of people that are moving here, but with 20,000 new rentals coming into the area, they have only been able to house 14,000, roughly 14,000 of them. This is coming from the Denver Post, which means it's getting more competitive for landlords out there. So between third and fourth quarters, average monthly rents metro-wide fell from $1,911 to $1,842, marking a 3.6% decline. For the third time in records going back to 1990s, rents in the Denver metro area declined year over year, with average monthly rents falling from 1870 at the end of 2003 to 1842 end of 2024. Add on a 2% annual inflation rate, and that number is even higher. So as you have more vacancy rates, you have more landlords that are trying to get tenants in there. They don't want to have properties just sitting. So it's time to play. Let's make a deal. Not only is this affecting just individual landlords, but especially the big box apartment complex. You're finding them offering a lot of deals like the first month free, first 2 months free, that type of stuff, along with the decreased rates to get you in there. So that is cool. If any of you guys out there watching, are you currently renters? Have you recently renewed your lease? And have you gotten any type of decrease from your landlord in order to keep you there, right? Because we all know it's in any business, it's so much more expensive to go get a new customer than to retain your current customers and clients. So let me know, any of you guys renters out there that have gotten any type of deal, any type of Skrilla back from your landlord in order to keep you there. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. What else we got? What do we got going over here? No one's jumping on. I see a couple of you out there. Say what's up. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Tell me a joke. Tell me how much you like my fluffy, luxurious hair. Whatever. Say something. Or else it's just me talking to myself, which Lord knows I do a lot. So that'd be fun too. But this is supposed to be a live chat. So we do this every Thursday, 6:30 Mountain Time. This is one of our live streams. And then on Saturdays is Altitude Living, where I walk you through the latest, the hottest, the greatest, the sexiest mountain homes to be hitting the foothills market. I go from the least expensive to the most expensive in all the areas that you love. Just west of the greater Denver metro area, talking about Bailey, Blackhawk, Conifer, Evergreen, Morrison, Kittredge, Idaho, Idaho Springs, Blackhawk. Did I say Blackhawk? All those areas. So 2 times you get the opportunity to chop it up with Mr. Murphy here live. IRL, almost in IRL, probably as close as you're going to get to IRL with me, unless you're buying a house. But yeah, and then also just a quick update on the channel. If you're my somewhere in Colorado watchers, we are going to put these live streams over on our new channel called Uncut. I was going to go uncircumcised channel, but Uncut just seems more like what we were doing. You know, I'm always looking for the joke. Uncut seemed funny, but as a business owner, I'm like, probably let's just go Uncut. So Uncut somewhere in Colorado. If you guys haven't added that channel on, go add that channel, because that is where these live streams are going to start living. And then I'm going to have like these chopped up versions that are going to be on the somewhere in Colorado, because live streams have been crushing my my algorithm. What up, Jared and Mel, our Kittredge Evergreen peeps? How's it going? Yeah, I was thinking about you the other day. I forget what I was doing. Thinking about Kittredge over there, and I was like, oh, I should hit those guys up for. I don't know if I was going to do I don't think I was going to do a video. I think I had a question for you guys, but cool. What's up? Good evening. Good evening. Good to see y'all. What is tell me, guys. So you guys been in the area for a little bit now. Favorite places to go over in Kittredge? Have you been to the Black Hat Cattle Company? Have you been to Murphy's? Is my favorite place over there. That's where I always take my clients. Well, let's keep it moving. Good to have you guys on here. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate you. Let's go talk about flights because people in Colorado, we're all about that life experience, right? Everybody that I talk to, they're always like, I don't want to spend too much on my house because I don't want to be house poor. And you don't want to be house poor because you have to get all kinds of gear. You got to get snowboarding gear, you got to get hiking gear. Might want to get a side by side, might want to get a four-wheeler, dirt bike, all the stuff, and that stuff can be expensive. But we also like to go on trips, and luckily enough, we have a great airport. Well, we'll call it a great airport. It's a good airport with a lot of great stories, I guess. Denver Airport has now oh man, I always struggle to say this. Lufan oh crap. Here, I'm gonna get them to say it again because I Lufthansa. I see the word and my brain just shorts out. Lufthansa. So Lufthansa, the German airline, will now be taking direct flights daily over to Munich on this big old gangster bus, a double decker 509 seat bus starting in April. That's 75% larger than the 293 seater bus that they currently have. That is crazy. I haven't ever been on a flight that big, but I do like. I think it was Bill Burr that had a good joke about big airplanes. I would rather fly on a big old airplane like this than a little airplane because they give the big airplanes like this to the G pilots. You got to be you got to be a badass to fly one of these. If you're a new pilot, they're like, "Hey, let's give you this small one, like a little 16 seater. Don't kill those people." And then you someday work yourself up to the Airbus, the double decker 509 seater. That's crazy. And I was like, all right, well, let's see how much this is going to cost. So I went and looked at pricing. So not only can you go directly from Denver to Germany, which is pretty freaking crazy. I checked out the flights. So Lufthansa, you can get over to Germany. I looked up Aer Lingus, which goes to Dublin. That's a new airline too. So just recently, Denver Airport got a deal with Aer Lingus to fly direct flights to Dublin. I purchased a ticket. I'm going to Dublin soon. I should, right? My name's Sean Murphy. My peeps are from Ireland, but I had the flight. It was going to go in October, but I don't know, just life happened, and I was like, I got a voucher, so I have this free golden ticket to go to Dublin whenever I want to go. So if you guys have flights, or if you have recommendations on when I should go to Dublin, I think it was like May is good, and then October I think was good too. But let me know. But prices not that bad. Man, when I fly back just to go to Cleveland, at a Cleveland airport, I'm typically paying like $375. So for $578, I could go all the way to Munich. I'm down with that. That seems sweet. And then I looked up Aer Lingus, so the other one. Right now, if you want to go April 7th to April 17th, go 10 days to Dublin, $314. And it's a red eye, right? So what's that? That's at 10:55 you'll be leaving. Great. That's when you want to leave. It's an 8-hour flight. You'll sleep all night. You'll get there at 11:40, right? Yeah, 8 hour and 45-minute flight. That's an awesome flight for 500 or $314. That's pretty sick. I think you would agree. So what do you guys if you guys flown these flights, you guys where you guys going? Where's the cheapest flights? I know Mexico is like what's got the like a little twinkle in my eye for Mexico right now because it's so freaking cold. We'll pass 2 weeks. This week's pretty nice, but hot damn, it's been cold. A mono coffee plus plants is nice. Right on the creek. An occasional nibbler sighting. Oh, just out there, just nibbling, just nibbling. I don't know where that's at. I've never gone to a mono. I'm typically a bread lounge or Evergreen or There's that one right by Bergen Park. I forget the name of it. Their stuff is a little bit strong. Don't love the vibe in that one over by Bergen Park. It feels a little bit like sterile and loud, but cool. All right, appreciate the recommendations. Have you guys gone over to? There is the on Highway 73 going down to like right by Evergreen Meadows. There's the Bistro. I think it was called Bistro at Marshdale. They just changed their name to it's Evoke. Evoke is the new name. I think it's Asian cuisine. Haven't gone there yet. Interested to check it out. Huh, right before Mars Gulch. Interesting. All right, I have to go check it out. You also have that that smokehouse over there too. The little smokehouse, kind of small inside, but a big patio right on the creek there. I went to that place. It's good, but pretty pricey for what you're getting. All right, let's go on over. Next topic, we are talking about Denver Ruby's Hill Rail Yard opens for urban skiing, snowboarding this past weekend. So they're offering free weekend snowboard and equipment rentals, which I think that's really dope. If you don't have one, I mean, I think that's dope. But if you are actually, let's talk about that. If you aren't used to skiing and snowboarding and you are going to go get rentals, that'd be cool. If you're just going to slide down the hill, that's sweet. But I think a great way to break your bones if you don't know what you're doing is to go over and try to jump on some rails, break your face. But that's pretty cool. So that is Ruby Hill. If you're not familiar, just southwest Denver. Not a big hill, but it's great for sled riding and great for snowboarding. Wonder if you have to walk it back up every time. I think you do. A couple years ago, they had. I'll leave this little teaser for the end when I tell you what Ruby Hill used to be. But this free urban park, it's a joint venture between Denver Parks and Recreation and Winter Park Resort. Winter Park is popping off. They were just purchased. They got some big expansion plans. I know our in-house interior designer, Brooke Arciniega, she's doing a flip up in Winter Park. And she's like, I think this place is about to pop off even more. So the new park features options for all skill levels from beginners to advanced. Park and Recreation will offer free equipment rentals, including snowboards, boots, helmets, snow tubes, starting February 2nd. So starting this Sunday, that is sweet. So Ruby Hill is just off of kind of off of Santa Fe on the South Platte there. Rail Yard is open from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Free equipment rentals available Fridays from 4 to 9, Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 6. That is pretty cool. I think that's dope. I like it. I'm down with that. I might go check it out. Some of the ones on the mountain kind of make me nervous because if you're doing it like at Winter Park, it's like you hit the little park area, but then you have to go all the way down, all the way up. I think this would be a good fun park to be able to just like hit some things and you don't have to go too far. You have to go back to the lift and wait all the way to get back to the top to go do some other stuff. So that's cool. I dig it. What do you guys think? Have any of you guys been over there yet to check this out? Is it crazy busy or is it crazy, crazy fun? Now, to tell you what Ruby Hill used to be, it was a giant dump. So this was a landfill, and a couple years ago, there were some heathens that were sled riding down the hill, and they thought it would be funny to just take their trucks, toss their tubes in the back of the truck, and just drive it up the hill each time they did, and they just totally like destroyed and ripped up their grass over there, and then like that the environmental team or whatever in Denver had to go get involved because it was a landfill when they started tearing up the grass and the soil. Just like, I don't know, a little bit of toxicity came out. So don't do that. It'd be awesome if they had a little lift to take you back up to the top, but probably not. It's not that big of a hill. You could hike it up, but definitely don't drive up you dang it animals. Cool. That's fun. Favorite hills? Anybody have any ideas of favorite hills? Just talking about Copper. So I'm Icon this year. I'm an Icon pass. I'm not an icon. I'm like an icon. But like I'm YouTube famous. My videos are seen by tens of people. But the Epic Pass is, I think, the Copper Mountains on the Epic Pass. So I will miss it this year. But I was talking to some homies. I'm like, I think Copper might be my favorite hill. Copper and Keystone. What do you guys think? Next up, let's go to something a little darker, a little heavier. Also Southwest Denver. This looks like, since I used to live over here, this looks like Marley. This looks like Harvey Park. A lot of, if you're not familiar with Southwest Denver, pretty much 4,000 of these single family detached homes, brick ranch style homes. So, but within these walls, a lot of shit goes down over in Southwest Denver. So, an arraignment for a Colorado funeral owner accused of keeping a woman's corpse in the back of his hearse for over a year. That's disgusting. What type of person is keeping a body? I mean, as a former funeral home owner. When funeral home owners, let's talk about that. That's a vibe, right? It's like a guy gynecologist. Like, you're committing to something and you're not, it's just like, yeah, something's going on. Like, what made you choose that occupation? My godfather, he's a funeral owner. He was saying business is dead. Stupid jokes like that. But he wasn't super weird. But I've seen some funeral owners and like, you okay, bud? This guy was not. So this guy had a woman's corpse in the back of his hearse for over a year, and then improperly stashing the cremated remains of at least 30 people. So his hearing has been delayed because the prosecutor has filed additional charges. Good. Homeboy's name was Miles Hartford, and entered. He's going to be. Were they dating? Was who dating? Kevin, what up? By the way, Kevin, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Was who dating? You got to remember that I'm super ADD and I forget that what I've just was talking about 3 minutes ago. So let me know who was dating. Yeah, additional charges for this guy because he had his remains in his rental. Victims' names were redacted. 4 more theft charges, including 2 at-risk victims. No other details. It's one of those things like, here's the news, but we can't tell you anything else because we don't know anything else. But in a little house, hey, this could be your neighbor's house. Make sure you say nice to him. Make sure you say nice to him. Say hi to him. Be nice to him because they might be a freaking lunatic hiding a dead body. How many times did you walk your dog by that car with just some poor woman's body under a blanket in the back of that car? And how they find out? Did somebody who saw it? Just a toe hanging out? That's weird. That's weird. Do better, Denver. Do better. Cool. I just for a second I looked. It was like, was that my street that I used to live on? Nah, I don't think so. I could go look up with my realtor powers. Nah, since it's a rental, I couldn't see exactly where he lived. I was gonna say with my realtor powers, I could go find where that guy lived and see where it was because it does look like it was where I around where I used to live. But we can all agree that's weird. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Let me know if you guys have heard any crazy news, any crazy happenings. If you guys have done anything super sick or awesome. I know there's a lot of new restaurants opening up, new developments, all kinds of stuff. So let me know if you guys have any input, anything that you want to chit chat about. But our last article that I have for this week is talking about the Denver Post. The new swanky cannabis club off of East Colfax officially opened. I think it's called Cyrus Social Club. Hopes to attract experienced smokers, canna curious, and grandmas alike. What I like about this guy is he has a lot of like coined terms for the things that they're going to be doing. So this place is going to have all kinds of just different things to get you high. They're gonna have like it's almost like a New York cocktail lounge is what they said what the environment is gonna be like. Let's see if I have any pictures of it. So kind of looks a little swanky, and they're gonna have munchies on the menu. They did a survey to see what kind of munchies would you all like. And of course, everyone was like, "Yo, we need some cheese sticks." But I want to go. I think this would be a fun thing to go to see the crowd. I like that they're kind of making it swanky and feel a little bit higher end because I also could see this could feel like just an area where, or just a place that's just like, it's going to smell like weed. It could smell like, you ever go into like in high school, your buddy that just smoked weed in his basement all day and the house just stinks like moldy, skunky shit. So hopefully, I like that this is gonna give you like kind of a vibe to it, and looks a little bit like higher class. Um, they're gonna also have peanut butter and jelly and finger sandwiches. Are those all together? One thing's for sure: the kitchen will serve peanut butter and jelly and Cheeto finger sandwiches. Okay, who is the chef back there? It's just some 12-year-old. He's like, we're gonna have Cheetos and peanut butter and jelly, bro. There are 5,000 people on the wait list. You can go to cirrussocialclub.com/waitlist. Reservations. They have a room for you. You could go jump in a room for 14 people. They could sprinkle some basil on those cheese sticks and make them super fancy. That is the one thing. So I read the headline of this and I was like, this is such a Colorado like hippie thing. But then I saw the guy, dude. His name is Aaron Richard. He seems like he's kind of got his shit together a little bit. He doesn't seem like a piece of trash. And I think the stigma with pothead smokers when Denver made it legal was everyone's like, well, it's just going to be like Denver's like just a bunch of potheads that don't work and anything like that. I know a lot of people that smoke weed and do edibles, and they are some of the most high productive people that I know. So you can do it either way. You can just play games all day, sit around, be fat, don't take care of yourself, and be a loser, or you can get shit done. So they have all kinds of stuff from like drinks to edibles to bongs to kind of reminds me like a hookah thing. And they also have just like your bud tender will be like your waitress coming around and offering you volcano vape bags, glass pipes, all that stuff. So yeah, everything's going to be sanitized, clean. This was supposed to open in 2003, but 2023, but they obviously with like zoning issues and other restraints, it was pushed back. But I mean, pretty big place too, 8,600 square feet, private living room type feeling, areas for private tables, or you can reserve a ballroom deemed the Rose Room, where Richard anticipates that's his last name, booking private events and hosting vendor pop-ups. So that's cool. He's kind of been going around to events like cannabis and 420 events going on. He's just like getting people rallied up around this and getting them excited for it. So, I think they're gonna watch people, make sure it doesn't turn into like just a dump. Make like I think they're gonna uphold the vibe. If you get too high, probably ask a way to handle you. They have a Nana rule with everything they do at this club, which means they ask themselves, would Nana feel comfortable coming and sitting here? If the answer is no, they don't do it. If the answer is yes, then we can implement it. I like that. I think that's a good rule. I'm so again, at first I was like, I don't think so. I think this is a dumb idea. I think this is something that's gonna fold very quickly. But then I started reading more about it and just seeing the decor. I was like, I think they might be onto something. I think this might be the first of something that's just a really cool setting and a really cool environment, because they're doing it right. What do we got? Jared said, "Do you think the Argo gondola thing will be completed?" I think they said, "Oh, the Argo gondola." I think it's going to be awesome because what Jared is talking about is Idaho Springs has the Virginia Canyon downhill bike park that has been they really like manicured this hill very well and I even on maybe not now because it's getting pretty some of the stuff is pretty icy, but since the hill is south facing, it gets a lot of sunshine. So I saw people riding that way longer than I thought they would, which makes it pretty cool, pretty almost year round thing. And yeah, the gondola, I see them doing a little bit of construction on it. I think they said it's going to be up and running next year, which I think is awesome. Like I don't live too far from there, so I'll definitely be having at it. I went one time this past year and it was fun. It was fun. It was good. I like a good workout. All right. I want to feel like I beat myself up a little bit, but it took me an hour to get all the way to the top. I'm fairly fit, fairly strong. I won't flex, but fairly strong. I used to run track and cross country, so I got some good pipes on me. But I was not pumping too hard. It took me an hour to get to the top, and really, it's like, hey, like I just want to do it one time. If I did it two times, I would have been pretty like beat up. And then why the reason I didn't want to do that because like I don't want to get like sloppy, almost like riding a snowboard. Like once you say one more run, and that's where you get hurt. So I was like, I think a gondola is going to be really sweet because then you can ride it, 3 or 4 times a day, have a lot of fun on it, and not just like pay dearly for it. But yeah, so it's cool. I think they said next year. I know they're working on it now, and when they as soon as they open that bike park, you just see like cars all down Colorado Boulevard in Idaho Springs, kind of lined up. People ready to go hit that thing. So I think it's going to be even crazier when that gondola does open. Which two things. If you're a maybe I shouldn't tell you because I think this is my idea. And we used to have a bike shop in town here, Idaho Springs, no mas. So there is no bike rental place in Idaho Springs. And with that thinking up, that thing opening up, I think a big opportunity. I've been talking all day, guys. So sometimes by the end of this, I start just like mixing my words. But yeah, I think it's gonna be sweet. I think it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be 2025, and I think then all the businesses will be happy. They'll be getting more, more people coming through the area, but all the local residents are going to be complaining and bitching about all the parking. So, am I going to go? Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, I don't really smoke or do edibles. If I do an edible, it's typically like before I go to yoga or something like that, where I know no one's going to be calling me. I'm not going to have to do anything for a few hours, and so, um, but yeah, I mean, like sitting around and smoking, I don't think that's. I'll go just to see it probably one time, and I'll partake while I'm there, but I'm not gonna like go regularly. That's definitely not going to be my style, not my thing. It's kind of reminds me of like you ever go to like a cigar lounge or a hookah bar. I don't know. Every time I've gone, because I smoke little cigars, every time I go in there, it's just like sometimes too, I'll go pick up some cigars. There's this place off of 6th Avenue. It's the cigar lounge there. I'll go in like Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the place is full of just dudes, like, and it's all smoky. My eyes hurt, and I'm like, what are we doing, gents? We ain't got no jobs. We ain't got no families. Like, who are we hiding from? So I just don't feel like I'm the best version of myself hanging around smoking weed in a bar or smoking cigars in a bar. But if that's your thing and that's how you decompress, whatever, just don't invite me because I won't go. But I will go. I'll go check it out at one point. I mean, there's a list of 5,000 people, so it's pretty much like not Cirque du Soleil, like Casa Bonita type lines where you have to get on a long ass wait list. So that's cool. Will you be going, Joshua? Are you even in the area? Because you don't answer my questions when I tell you to state your name, state where you're from. Um, but cool. All right. Well, that's all I got. If you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to shut it down for the day. Oh, also go check out my new super sexy listing. If you guys want to come see me in real life, don't make it weird. Don't be a creep, but you can come up just up the hill a little bit into Genesee. If you're not familiar with Genesee, it's a super sick neighborhood, just about 5 or like 10 minutes up the hill, up I-70. I got a new sexy listing live on Shooting Star. I'll pull it up, show you guys this bitchin' house, and then we'll sign off. Let's see it. Hold on 1 second. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Are you ready for 24149 Shooting Star Drive in Golden, listed by your boy Sean Michael Murphy the first? All right, great entrance. Look at those nice doors. Great moss rock landscaping. Look at the entertainment area up here. You got the sitting area up front too, where you check out these views. This is all Genesee Foundation land too, so nobody's gonna be building back here. You get the deer, you get the elk, you get them all roaming back there. You know what they're doing, Jared and Mel. They're just nibbling. They're just out there nibbling. Every time I roll through Genesee, you see the herd of elk, you see deer, you see fox. Super quiet, awesome, cute street. I thought I took all these roof pictures down. We don't need that many. We'll fix that. Look, beautiful entryway. Love the beams. This is back sitting area, wood burning fireplace. Lovely kitchen with, you know, what the harder your fridge is to find, the fancier. Double oven. What are you gonna do with it? Oh, I'm glad I'm rolling through this with you because these photos are all silly. This is the wrong flow. There's your sitting area. There's your view. Primary bedroom with the view as well. Bathroom, bedroom. Whoa, where's the money shot? Oh gosh, I'm so glad I went through these with you. Hold on. Hold up. Mr. Murphy's a little bit upset that I just found that out this way. Whatever. I'll link it in the comments to you. I need to go do some work on this listing. I gotta sign off. It should not be flowing like that. How embarrassing. But yeah, if you guys want to, I'll walk through it again with you guys. This Saturday, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. I'll walk through all the latest, greatest, the hottest, the sexiest mountain homes to be hitting the Foothills Market. So jump on with me. Other than that, have a great day. Have a great weekend. I love you. Goodbye.